forces for the Inquisition, but we've been unable to get through the fighting. Lead Scout Harding. Bleh. So that's an area unlocked. Except report. Would you like to gather your party and venture to the hinterlands now? We're going to say no, because we are going to just ramble around this area a bit more. So now we have access to missions, and only one mission per advisor can be active at the same time. So that's pretty self-explanatory. So which ones will we pick? Not gather coin, because actually you don't earn a lot of coin for it, so you might as well just do your own thing. Yeah, let's go for this. The Tyrann of High Ever. So to whom it concerns, the 10-year of High Ever wishes to convey our deepest sympathies on the death of Divine Justinia V. The Most Holy was incomparable in her wisdom and dedication to peace, and we had high hopes that her conclave would succeed. We will hold a vigil in High Ever in remembrance of Justinia, and cordially invite the Inquisition to attend. Sincerely, Tyrann Fergus Cousland. So that's interesting as well, actually, that we picked this quest, because Fergus Cousland, he is potentially your brother in Dragon Age Origins. So in Origins, if you choose to be a human warrior or a rogue, you become a Cousland, and they're kind of nobility, and that's just your backstory. But your brother is Fergus Cousland, so even though I wasn't, I was a mage, so I came from a different family. But regardless, the Couslands are Tyrns of High Ever. And yeah, if you chose to have your brother be a Cousland in that, he's still in power and doing very well. So let me see, which of these is short? It's 15 minutes, or 12. So we're going to send Cullen. We have a number of Ferelden officers. We could send an honor guard to High Ever. Yeah, sounds perfect. All right. Off you go. Address a nobleman's concerns. Herald, your Inquisition says it's for order against chaos, reason in darkness. If you stand by this, come forth and drive the heretics from my lands. They claim to be refugees, but I have seen elves and apostates among them, filthy savages, tearing at our roots. Our monarch refuses to send forth armies, and my own knights were decimated at the conclave. I require your aid to return peace to my lands. Prove your loyalty, and I will see you richly rewarded for your faith. Praise the light, Lord Kildairn of Ferelden. Wow. So, that's pretty risky for him to say. He says that they can't be refugees because they are elves and apostates. So that's pretty bad for him to say that. He only obviously cares about humans who aren't mages. And I don't know Lord Kildairn of Ferelden. I don't know if anyone else recognises that name. I personally don't, anyway. So what options can we take? So we can take advantage of his raving. Okay, so at least they know he's crazy too. My spies can harass the refugees into moving somewhere else to win Lord Kildairn's favour. Or we can say, yes, Lord Kildairn, a pariah even among his peers, let us send a polite refusal and nothing more. So let me see. No, we'll refuse. We don't really want to be associated with that, especially because I'm an elf as well. And then this is actually our own clan. We're Clan Llewellyn. Clan Llewellyn offers greetings to the Inquisition and wishes it well in sealing the breach that has opened in the sky. While some Danish clans hate humans and wish nothing to do with them, Clan Llewellyn has always dealt fairly with all and wished only for peace. That said, we have on occasion been forced to defend ourselves from those who saw us only as potential victims. It has come to our attention that a member of our clan is being held captive by your Inquisition. She went to the conclave only to observe the peace talks between your mages and Templars, and we find it highly unlikely that she intentionally violated your customs. If she has been charged with a crime, we would appreciate hearing of it. If not, it would ease our concerns to hear from her, to know that she remains with the Inquisition of her own will. We await your reply. Keep her Llewellyn. We're not pronouncing that name. So yeah, that's our clan. They're like, okay, you have one of our elves. Why? So our only option left, the other two are currently busy on another mission. So Leliana, the Dalish respect deeds, not words. Let my elven agents deliver something the clan needs as a show of good faith. So that's our only option, and sure, it's fine. We'll do that.
Let's see what we have.
And there we go. So we'll come back later when they have all been done, because it's actually real time. So there it was 15-minute real time information. So you'll have to come back then. Okay, and we have a few codex entries. Okay, we have a lot of codex entries. So what I might do, I might just go over the 3 people that are in our war council. Because I won't lie, they're very cool, but you guys probably know that already. Okay, Cullen. Whatever you have heard of Kirkwall's rebellion, the truth is far worse. I would spare you that. What remains of Kirkwall's Templars have been under my command for the past few years. We have done what we could to assist with the city's recovery, to restore some semblance of order, but my time here is done. Seeker Pentagast has approached me. She wishes to stop the war between mages and Templars. She has been recruiting men and women to the cause and wishes me to oversee the group's military concerns. If the conclave goes well, then we will not be needed. If not, we stand ready. I have decided to take Seeker Pentagast's offer. The circles have fallen. I can give no more to the Templar Order, nor it to me. The Maker has shown me a new path. I must take it. Excerpt from a letter sent to Southreach by Commander Cullen. So he did already say it in the table on the cutscene, but that he was once a Templar. So he was meant to fight mages and, well, first of all to be a guardian, but to protect mages from other people, but also to protect the mages from themselves, because they are prone to blow things up. So let me see. And he obviously left that Templar Order because there is a lot of chaos going on. It seems that a lot of Templars have gone rogue since. So yeah, there you are. So Josephine Montillier, she was the one with the nice golden ruffles. And that's so Seeker Cassandra. Josephine Montillier is a noble from a nation of Antiva. So you saw there we had Ferelden, we had Orlais, and Antiva is up to the north, even though it doesn't actually come into play in this game. Or I think any other game. I don't know. Maybe you can let me know if I'm missing something. She was educated in Val Royeaux, where she built connections among the court. Once she finished her schooling, at a surprisingly young age, Lady Montillier became the official diplomat between King Fugieno of Antiva to Empress Celine of Orlais. The appointment suits her. She is well-travelled, familiar with many forts of etiquette, and, by all accounts, a skilled negotiator. If that endorsement does not suffice, Josephine is a personal friend. I have faith in her. We require someone both influential and trustworthy to be an ambassador for the Inquisition. You cannot tell me you would prefer to take the job yourself. Sister Leliana. So, this is someone who came from nobility but has established really good connections herself. So, despite her birth, she was educated, made connections while in education, and has kind of continued to do them. And she seems to have been an ambassador to the Empress of Orlais, and extremely powerful role. She's an empress, so there's no one higher than that in Orlais. She's also a personal friend of Leliana. We don't know why, but yeah, something obviously happened that they met, and obviously a very good friend that Leliana wants Cassandra to take her on, and saying that surely Cassandra would not prefer to do it herself, because we already know Cassandra is not a very happy lady. And then Leliana, or the Nightingale. Some refuse to... let me see. Jesus. She has many names. Most know her as Sister Leliana, or the Nightingale. Some refuse to speak her name at all, referring to her only as the left hand of the divine, the shadow behind the sunburst throne. The spy master, Marjolaine, trained Leliana from a young age. For years, Leliana was Marjolaine's instrument in the great game of Orlais. While Leliana was devoted to Marjolaine, the reverse was not true. Marjolaine betrayed Leliana and almost succeeded in killing her. Leliana survived the betrayal thanks to revered mother Dorothea. So that's actually DLC as well in Dragon Age Origins, that you play as her. And it's a little DLC quest. But there you go, you got a little paragraph doing it. Following this betrayal, Leliana spent several years in a cloister in Ferelden, hiding from her past, inspired by revered mother Dorothea, who became Divine Justinia V. Leliana dedicated herself to her faith, discovering peace in a simple life of devotion. But when the Fifth Blight began, which is the Dragon Age Origins game, so when that began, she received what she believed a vision from the Maker. This prompted her to leave her sanctuary, taking up arms against the Darkspawn. Several years after the defeat of the Archdemon, Leliana received a summons from Dorothea, now Divine Justinia V. She returned to Orlais to become an agent of the Sunburst Throne. Justinia perished in an explosion that destroyed the Divine Conclave, and Leliana became a founding member and spy master of the new Inquisition. So it seems while Cassandra was the right hand of the Divine, which was kind of the one you would see, that Leliana was the left hand, which was the unseen, the shadow. So a bit more darker. Leliana definitely had the darker missions to carry out for Divine Justinia, while Cassandra's were more public. So there we are. So we're just going to have a quick ramble around because they do want people in Haven. And actually, a little off topic, it didn't actually click with me until a few months ago, shockingly, that Haven itself is in Origins, and for anyone who's played Origins, it's on your way to the Temple of Sacred Ashes. And for people who don't know, Haven is this town, and it's like totally owned by cultists, and it's really messed up. So it was pretty amusing that it only clicked with me, that you come back and it's totally okay, and it's lovely now.
Oh, you're her. Thrin, Inquisition Quartermaster. I'm doing what I can to supply this mess. If you find what I need to fill one of my requisitions, I'd appreciate you bringing it in. Farewell. Make a go.
Okay, so she's kind of a constant quest giver, but it's kind of just fetch quests. So you'd come over here, and usually there'll be some sort of schematic. She might need antidotes, or she might need, I don't know.
Thanks for checking.
She could literally need anything. And you'll just get these by gathering rocks and plants around the area. And that's kind of it. It's only for the purpose of a little fetch quest. Now, it does give you a slight boon as a reward, and you do need to do 20 of them to get the trophy on PlayStation. So it's no harm doing them, but we'll probably just avoid them because there's no point. I would recommend, though, you would either, in a playthrough, do the upgrading potions, which is here. You would either upgrade your potions in a playthrough, or you would do the requisitions, because they all need plants. And it's quite a lot. It's quite a lot of plants.
Look who's back from the dead. Again.
I don't recall meeting you before.
I'd be surprised if you did. You weren't particularly coherent. Someone had to patch you up after you
The painting behind him is really creepy.
So, you're welcome.
I didn't realize. Thank you.
Yeah, well, you can pay me back by fixing the world. Name's Adan. I'm in charge of keeping our little band here stocked with potions and elixirs. Not that Seeker Pentagast seems to care whether we've got the supplies to actually do that.
So a little bit of investigation.
For a healer, you don't seem particularly nurturing.
I'm not a healer. I'm an alchemist who's forced to play Mother Hen. You want something to burst into flame on contact with the air? Done. Gladly. Patching up wounded soldiers is a waste of my time and talents. But there are a few around who can help.
How are your people holding up?
There's no shortage of work. That's for damn sure.
Is there anything I can do to help out?
We're fine as far as raw labor goes. You've more important things to do than tend to me. I only wish I'd been able to find Master Tajin's notes. Old bastard was working on something special. He died at the Conclave, and his notes weren't here. Been too busy dealing with the wounded to look for them.
Farewell.
Okay, and then we'll read this. Patient observations day 2. Pulse normal, breathing normal, still unresponsive. Careful drop fed of prep Lorethrough extract to hasten her recovery. A lot of thrashing. What is about too many eyes? Something about the grey. Encouraging. So, another interesting fact. So this is day 2 of our patient notes, and we were out for 3 days. So, we were muttering something about the grey, and all I can think about is maybe the Grey Wardens. But why would I be muttering about that? Like, it doesn't make sense. So, we'll see anyway. It might come to light later on. Well, I won't lie, it does come to light later on. Ha 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 ha. So, you just gotta keep watching. But otherwise, this is where you would upgrade your potions to get the other trophy, where you have to upgrade 30 times. Now, I recommend doing it anyway. Not necessarily 30 times, but if you're especially doing the Nightmare run, to definitely do